I don't
not
believe
what
this.
happened.
This
Listen
is
to me.
it was garbage.
This is
that was
not
totally out of left field in that piece. And the unnamed White House.
wasn't mine.
What do you mean it wasn't yours?
It got dropped in.
Who dropped it
my
in?
My editor and my researcher.
They dropped it
yes.
in without your
yes.
knowledge, and you're okay with that?
How do I sound?
What was the name of the researcher?
Oh,
no, the researcher's looking out for his future. He's 23 and time's a wasted. I want to give him a Lexus. What's his name?
CJ.
What's his name?
That's gonna stay between me and my boss. The researcher talked to 3 different people on background, just nuts and bolts.
Asking how many nuts and bolts doesn't get this quote.
As a matter of form, he tells them what I'm writing about. CJ, I don't know who he talked to.
I sent you to Donna when you asked...
I'm saying it wasn't necessarily Donna. I mean, in a million years, do you think, Donna?
No, but that day, yesterday, her boyfriend, Jack Reese, a Navy lieutenant commander, was reassigned from a White House position, and she was very angry about it.
Sometimes people say something to a researcher because they think they're not on the record.
They're not on the record!
No.
CJ?
Yeah.
It's Donna on the phone.
Well, this is gonna, I think, get interesting now. Yes, it's gonna get interesting. It will capture our interest. It will be written about. In English, I would think, as well as Arabic. You can say that 2 times. I suppose you can't blame Will completely.
Hi.
This is entirely your fault.
He came in the office.
You like Europe, he likes Europe. He could have talked about Europe.
That wasn't the subject.
You make it the subject. He says, here's this El Salvador speech I gave a long time ago, and you say?
I like Europe?
Yes.
Listen, something's happened.
What?
A White House aide is quoted in tomorrow's Post.
You can go in.
All right.
We're for freedom of speech everywhere. We're for freedom to worship everywhere. We're for freedom to learn for everybody. And because in our time you can build a bomb in your country and bring it to my country, what goes on in your country is very much my business. And so we are for freedom from tyranny everywhere. Whether in the guise of political oppression, Toby, or economic slavery, Josh, or religious fanaticism, CJ. That most fundamental idea cannot be met with merely our support. It has to be met with our strength. Diplomatically, economically, materially. And if Pharaoh still don't free the slaves, then he gets the plagues of my cavalry, whichever gets there first. The USTR will go crazy and say that we're not considering global trade. Committee members will go crazy and say I haven't consulted enough. And the Arab world will just go indiscriminately crazy. No country has ever had a doctrine of intervention when only humanitarian interests were at stake. That streak's going to end Sunday at noon. So if you're on board with this, what I need you to do...
Comb through the language again, this time with counsel.
Carol, it's me. We're going to need new talking points for the full cabinet. No embargoed excerpts. Let's not give our critics any oxygen.
It's slim pickings.
You'll just keep standing here.
Let's make arrangements with some...
Excuse me. It is so ordered.
Thank you, Mr. President. All right, everything else off the table. What were we gonna say before?
I'm gonna be on the phone.
Danny's got a piece out tomorrow on fault lines between the White House and the Pentagon.
He writes that story twice a year.
A researcher gathering background spoke to 3 people. One of whom was Donna, because your office is one of the places that keeps breakdowns of how Pentagon staff are detailed to the White House. The researcher was given an unprompted quote, which he gave to Danny's editor, who put it in the piece.
What was the quote?
Everyone's very loyal to everyone else around here unless you wear a uniform.
I know it sounds like it was Donna because of the situation with Jack, but there's no way she gives that quote to a reporter.
She didn't think she was on the record.
There's no way Donna said that.
She did. She just called me and told me she did, which I give her credit for.
You do? Heat of the moment, bad timing. You think?